he did. It showed me that he got my paperwork. He admitted in the last receipt that he received my paperwork. So why would he send it? Well, not why wouldn't I get it back? My email is legit. It's my phone right here.
Okay.
Also a jurisdictional challenge.
Before we get to that, Adrian said something.
Yes, Your Honor, I do want to make a record. This defendant has already availed himself to the jurisdiction of courts of state by admitting to having a driver's. Also further add that the 10th Amendment has allotted and given police powers to the states, which then allows the states to create criminal laws under which this defendant must avail himself to. I further add that, again, as the court has acknowledged, that this defendant has at least one.
All due respect, and I like I said, I don't have anything personal against this court. I'm not a corporation, right? I'm a natural person. Where is the body of the crime, Judge? You went to law school, you're a practitioner.
I don't know because I haven't heard.
All due respect, and I like I said, I don't have and hold that these state statutes in which they have me charged with are constitutional based on the U.S. Supreme Court. And what is the case? The Shaney versus Winnebago Department of Social Services, there was a young child whom the mother alleges that the father was beating the child. And the child died. The mother sued all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. And the U.S. Supreme Court held that no matter how bad or gruesome that this case was, when it concerned the case, that the states have no duty to protect citizens from other citizens. Anything that compels performance, there has to be a contract. And again, I reserve my rights under UCC 1-308 and the common law UCC 1-103.6. And it's clear, Your Honor. And I ask that this court, do their sworn fulfill their sworn oath under the Michigan rules, the Michigan Judicial Code of Conduct. The court is not to be swayed by public opinion or what the people may think or whatever, like the great honorable Judge Dalton A. Robeson. So every government is entitled to a Republican form of government, not a corporate. I'm not a corporation, right? I'm a natural person. The case law clearly breaks everything down, which everyone is in default. I just ask that this court dismiss this case at this juncture. If the court does not, I demand under the Supremacy Clause, the subpoena power of this court, to have Kim Worthy brought in so we can have an evidentiary hearing. Because how can a criminal prosecute or allege that I'm a criminal when they're committing all the crimes, Judge? Since I've been home, I've been making reports of police and other things, violations of law against me at the precinct. And no one listens to me. They just ignore me. But when people call and say, well, hey, Mr. McCreary did this, Mr. McCreary did that, they come, then it's found out nothing happened.
And under our state constitution, this court has jurisdiction. Furthermore, as far as discovery goes, I personally sent Mr. McCreary twice, and I have the emails, copies of the emails to show that that's necessary. Dates are not on here. May 24th, which was last week, and May 5th.
I'll give you, it's gonna take a couple seconds. One of those emails, the E is missing in there.
That's not my fault. They violate your order. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you should have received one of them.
Nothing.
Right, and neither one of them came back as a bad email.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. McCreary, I don't know why you're not receiving discovery. You did not receive it.
He didn't send. Can we subpoena Google and litigate this and show that he hasn't sent anything?
This is not a trial. This is not evidence you're hearing.
Well, can I say one more thing?
After we get done today, you can even send a test email to make sure that he received it.
Well, he did. It showed me that he got my paperwork. He admitted in the last receipt that he received my paperwork.
Okay.
So why would he send it? Well, why wouldn't I get it back? My email is legit. It's my phone right here.
Okay.
Also a jurisdictional challenge.
Before we get to that, Adrian said something you want to respond.
Yes, Your Honor, I do want to make a record. This defendant has already availed himself to the jurisdiction of the courts of the state by admitting to having a driver's license. Also further add that the 10th Amendment has allotted and given police powers to the states, which then allows the states to create criminal laws under which this defendant must avail himself to. I further add that, again, as the court has acknowledged, that this defendant has at least once received the discovery to his emails, to his correct email. So any more allegations of not receiving discovery would be improper, given that we have it at least proven that he has it at least once. There have been no additions or corrections since the discovery was sent the first.
May I respond?
I'm gonna wrap this up, you can respond and.
Yeah, just briefly if I may.
Sure.
Well, this young lady here to basically
Mr. Sessions.
respond, Mr. Sessions, to respond to her statements in Michigan, they're locking people up for not having a driver's license. I was compelled.
There are people getting.
But I
locked up
reserve my
for
rights. This was the
murdering
law.
people As well.
Pardon?
People getting locked up for murder as well.
Well, I understand that, but what I'm saying is the corpus delicti, they're going off written statements. You know the corpus delicti rule on the Michigan Supreme Court case, as well as the federal court case. Where's the body of a crime? They're saying ammunition, all this, that. Where's the guns at? Where's the victim at? Strangulation, where's all this? Where's the medical?
I wouldn't know because we haven't
And
had
then,
an exam.
okay, but no, jurisdiction, once it's challenged, it must be proven by the people. This is state and federal law, from the Michigan court. So I'm demanding that I mean, they're already in default, but still again, I'm demanding jurisdiction be challenged, personal subject matter and territorial jurisdiction. Even when I was in prison, I had interactions with Kim Worthy, chief prosecuting officer for the state, and I reserved my rights then in prior proceedings, as well as I was compelled to obtain a driver's license, and I reserved my rights. That's all the law mandates, that I reserve my rights, which I have done. And right now, this lady, Mrs. Prosecutor, I can't remember her name, and Mrs. Sisson, Esquire Sisson, and this gentleman here, they're in conspiracy and violating federal and state law. They're committing crimes. And I demand that their oath of office, their law, their license to practice law, amongst other things, be given to me, as well as their bond, as well as you, Judge, Your Honor. Also, like I say, jurisdiction has been challenged, and they have to prove it first based on the case law, which I have noted in this paperwork. They can't get around that. We can say, well, yeah, they're talking about reserving rights and all that. Okay, but still the law from the state Supreme Court, Court of Appeals, and federal jurisdictions clearly mandate that once jurisdiction is challenged, the person asserting jurisdiction has to prove. And all they have is statement. Under the corpus delicti rule, out of court statements is not evidence, so these charges should be dismissed. Where is the body of the crime, Judge? You went to law school, you're a practitioner.
I don't know because I haven't heard.
Well, that's not how it works with jurisdictional
That's
challenges.
how, so do you have any last?
Well, I would like-
Statements because I'm getting ready.
Okay, I would like to challenge jurisdiction again, which I have done from the onset of this case. Personal, subject matter, and territorial jurisdiction. State and federal case law is clear, in which this court being inferior to the higher courts must adhere to their oath of office, their bond, and so on and so forth, their license to practice law, and the Michigan rules of Code of Judicial Conduct, and must compel the people to prove jurisdiction, which they're asserting. Where's the proof? You have to show this court. That's at any stage of the proceeding, the law allows.
So on discovery, I saw paperwork confirming the email address that you provided to the court is now the record. Discovery was sent, email, please don't, there's another email you would like to be sent to. I will ask the prosecutor for requesting license numbers from everyone. My name is right here in front of you, go right on State
I
Bar.
ain't saying that.
RP numbers are available, look up as they are for any general fact. And you mentioned this, you don't know whether I was appointed or elected.